straight for disaster.
Hey, good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to be with us. I'm your host, Talani Grubel, and I get to serve as the Vice President of Bitwise Industries Fresno. So our time together is going to be really quick, so I want to let you know what to expect tonight. I'm going to give you a brief update of the exciting things that have been happening at Bitwise Industries that you might be interested in, and then following that, we'll answer questions that you might have. Before I jump in, though, I want to draw your attention to the Q&A, which I think is on this side, located in the right side column. Please use that feature to ask your questions. These will come directly to our team, and we'll answer as many as time allows. If we run out of time and your questions don't get answered, please don't panic. You can email us at pr@bitwiseindustries.com. So let's get into it. Here at Bitwise, we connect people from marginalized communities and stories of systemic poverty to the skills and resources necessary to access opportunities in the tech industry. We're committed to creating diverse, inclusive talent pipeline where everyone can learn and then put those skills to tech immediately I'm going to start that over. I'm going to take a deep breath. We're committed to creating an inclusive pipeline where anyone can learn and then put those skills to use in the tech industry. And we're committed to finding solutions for some of the most pressing challenges in the communities we serve as well, similar to our friends at OhmConnect. OhmConnect is bringing an innovative approach to how we use and think about energy. And this is what will help us create more resilient cities for the long term. I want to invite my friend, Virginia Peñalosa, to tell us a little bit more about what OhmConnect is up to in our valley and why we're glad to support them. Hi, Virginia. How are you?
Sorry, it took me a second to get off of mute. I'm doing great. Thanks so much for having me. Hi, everyone. My name is Virginia Peñalosa. I'm the Community Engagement Manager at OhmConnect, and I'm excited to be here today and for the opportunity to work with Bitwise and join efforts to serve the people of the Central Valley. OhmConnect is a free residential demand response software platform that pays households to reduce their energy use when the electric grid is stressed. Users give us permission to connect to the utility account to track their base usage and energy savings. During times when the grid is projected to be stressed, OhmConnect reaches out to its users via email and text message to ask that they conserve energy during events that we call Ohm hours. Events are typically an hour long. We also have events called auto ohms that are only 15 minutes long. You can either manually turn off or disconnect devices, or through a smart plug, OhmConnect can power down devices for you. We do have an opt-out feature, so you don't have to participate in every event if you can't or don't want to. You don't necessarily need to shut down completely either. You can set your thermostat from 75 to 78. That's not a huge change for one household, but if all of our users do this, it makes a huge difference to the grid. When you conserve energy through OhmConnect's platform, you're accumulating watts or points that you can redeem for either cash or a variety of other prizes in our marketplace store. You can also use your points to enter into a raffle. We have a raffle every other Sunday. We've done a family trip to Disneyland, a family kayaking set. Our most recent prize was a washer and dryer, and our upcoming prize this Sunday is $5,000 in cash. We launched our End California Blackouts campaign this summer to enroll as many users as we can so we can prevent blackouts. As you know, California and other parts of the country and the world have been especially hot this year. Several places have set new records, and that's not a good thing. As part of our NCA Blackouts campaign, we partnered with Google to give away 1 million smart thermostats. Through the end of September, users that join for free, of course, can claim that smart thermostat, or they can choose an alternative offer of $25 and 2 smart plugs. Users can participate without a device, but device users save 3 to 4 times more energy than a behavioral user does, which is why we're giving these devices away for free. In addition, we offer a referral fee for getting friends and family to join OhmConnect. Every person that joins automatically gets a personal referral link. Through September 30th, when you get your friends and family to join with your link, you get $50 for every person that fully enrolls with OhmConnect. We have a user that made $41,000 in a month for referring people to OhmConnect.
Dang.
The great thing is small businesses and nonprofit organizations can also join OhmConnect as a user and participate in our referral program and get some extra money in. OhmConnect received a $3 million grant from the California Energy Commission to target low to moderate income households. Currently, 40% of OhmConnect users are low to moderate income, meaning they participate in programs like CARE. OhmConnect is focusing on the Central Valley because of how hot it is here. 6% of OhmConnect's active users are from Fresno County. That's the biggest percentage throughout the entire state. Another initiative that we've launched is the City Energy Challenge. Bakersfield, Fresno, San Jose, and Oakland are participating. The city that gets the most users to enroll into OhmConnect's platform by September 30th will be awarded 10 $5,000 scholarships that can be used for education or job training. This week, we've launched our Thanks a Million campaign. OhmConnect users can nominate themselves or someone else that is a frontline worker that has been working throughout the COVID-19 pandemic. The winner will be awarded 1 million watts, which is the equivalent of $1,500. Now, I know what you're thinking. This seems way too good to be true, but it's not. There's no tricks or catches. We have created a virtual power plant. When the grid is stressed, we tell the energy market, we'll promise X amount of energy, which our users deliver by conserving energy during ohm hours. The energy market pays us for that energy, and then we're able to pay our users. We've partnered with different organizations and businesses, such as Bitwise, because we know that a vote of confidence by these trusted organizations is instrumental in getting community support. I'm going to go ahead and drop a link for anybody that wants to join OhmConnect, and I'll list my email address in case anyone has any questions for me. Thank you so much for having me. Ilani, I'll hand it back to you.
Awesome. Thanks so much for being here. We really appreciate it. As a community-minded organization, we see so much value in the community-focused approach that OhmConnect relies on. By working together, we're able to scale our impact for the Central Valley and our state. And then beyond that positive impact, this competition is going to help our cities. We're excited about the scholarship opportunities at stake, which can also be used for training or coding classes if you know anybody that offers those. They will provide an incredible launching pad for folks from our city to pursue careers in tech and build the next world-changing company. Virginia, thank you again for your time. Now, moving right along, we recently held our second SenCal Dreamin' event, and this one was fully virtual. For those that aren't familiar with Dreamin' events, let me give you a little background. These are community conferences for Salesforce administrators and developers to get together and learn some new techniques, build community, and if we're being completely honest with ourselves, tell some jokes that a lot of us don't understand, but we're so glad that they do because that means they know what they're doing. This year's event, like I said, was fully virtual, but we had a stellar attendance and a ton of good feedback. If you're a developer or administrator in the area, feel free to reach out to our team to learn more about how you can get connected to a community of trailblazers, and be sure to keep an eye out for next year's event. I guarantee you're not going to want to miss it. Now, as a lot of you are aware, part of what we do at Bitwise is teach tech skills to folks who are underserved and underrepresented in the tech industry. Well, last month we had a record number of students enrolled. Now that's a big win for us and something for us to celebrate for sure, but I want to remind you all of why that matters. It's easy for us to get lost in the numbers and want to do more and grow more. Let's remember that every number has a name and every name has a story. In other words, let's remember the lives that are being changed and the opportunities being created. Every person that goes through our classes is being taught skills that they can use to build a career, jumpstart a new career, or launch a business. If you're interested in learning more about classes, be sure to check out our next Tech It Out event on August 24th. You'll be able to hear from folks who've taken the classes and those who lead the classes to get a really good idea of the experience. Now, there's another big event happening right now, right around that time, that our team is very excited about. We are looking at when we can return to the office. So since March of 2020, our team has been working from whatever corner of their home they could take over, doing the daily work it takes to keep Bitwise moving forward. We've been working from home for 17 months. I just want you to sit with that, 17 months. We've missed these buildings a lot, but more so, we've missed working with each other and working in these spaces that we've been able to create downtown that's full of life and creativity. We're hopeful that we'll be able to return to our offices soon. We don't take this decision lightly, and we'll be watching our county cases and hospital capacity diligently. Our priority has been and will continue to be the health and wellness of our staff, their families, and our community. Now, even as we're preparing for a return to work, we realize that it's much more intensive than just flipping a switch. This time, working from home in the middle of a global pandemic has had an effect on all of us. So we're trying to be mindful of all of the details, not just where everyone will sit or how we're going to park all these people or who we'll get to eat with, but how we can ease back into working in the same space while being aware and accommodating for everyone's varying needs and comfort levels. We have some of our very best humans working on this and know that we'll be coming back to downtown Fresno soon in ways that ensure the well-being of everyone. Now, I've got my Apple moment. This is the one more thing. So I've got one more thing before we wrap it up. Are you ready? This is fun news. On August 4th, our very own Irma Olguin Jr. is going to be given a speech. And not just any kind of speech. She'll be giving a TED Talk. So for those unfamiliar, TED is a wildly popular platform that believes in the power of ideas to change attitudes, lives, and ultimately the world. And our co-CEO has been selected to speak on their main stage. She'll be sharing her story, talking about how Bitwise got started, but more importantly, why we exist. This is an exciting time for our team and for our company, but also for Fresno. This is the story of our valley, of diversity in tech, of women in leadership, and of overcoming the establishment to improve communities on a national stage. Irma will be featured alongside folks like NFL football player Alex Smith, comedian Julia Sweeney, and Lizzo. Freaking Lizzo. This is a big, big moment for our homegrown tech company. These issues of diversity, equity, and inclusion that we've baked into the DNA of our company have come into the national conversation, and we get to be a part of that change. Let's show our neighbors around the country what scrappy upstarts from Central California can do. And as soon as we have details on where and when you can watch, we are going to tell you. We'll post it on our socials, and I, for one, can't wait to see it. So that's my last bit of exciting news. Let's jump into the Q&A. So as you guys are working on submitting your questions, our team has a few of our frequently asked questions ready. And the first one is, how do I get an apprenticeship? Easy one, one that comes in often. The easiest way to get involved is to go to our website, bitwiseindustries.com, and look at the upcoming classes being offered. Or email workforce@bitwiseindustries.com, and they can answer whatever questions you might have. Let's see. Next up, we've got, I've taken some tech classes elsewhere. Can I apply for an apprenticeship? This one's a little bit more involved, so stick with me. Our programs are designed to meet folks at their skill level, and you can apply to be a part of a cohort on our website. Our apprenticeship program is built to bridge the gap between learning and working in the tech industry. Participants in this paid program That means you're paid while you learn. You get to earn while you learn. They work on real projects under the supervision of a seasoned technical lead. And then to be considered for an apprenticeship, you have to take a class to be considered. Once you're in the class, let a member of the Bitwise team know you're interested, and they'll get the process started. We currently offer apprenticeships in the following areas: online marketing, founder development, Salesforce, e-commerce, web and app development, inside sales, tier 1 tech support, and contact center agents. All right, let's see. I think we've got another question coming in. I'm interested in coding, but I don't have a lot of experience. Hey, no problem. Whether you're a beginner or you've been exposed to some coding concepts before, we have a class that'll help you build your skills and confidence. Check out our website for more details. What classes do we offer? That's another great question. Check out our website for the latest information, but we offer classes from everything from website building to mobile app design to JavaScript and React. Let's see. And what do they cost? So classes are offered from 6 to 9 p.m., 2 nights a week for just $250. Taking more than one class at a time, just to be clear, is highly discouraged. You want to focus on one at a time. And let's see. Next up, how can I get financial assistance? We've all been there where we need a little bit of help. Email workforce@bitwiseindustries.com and they can offer whatever questions or answer whatever questions you might have about that. Let's see. And the next question is, do the specs of my laptop work? Can I get assistance with a laptop? Students will need a laptop computer with a front-facing camera. Recommended computer specs are Intel Core i5, an 8 gig RAM, 500 gigabyte internal storage drive. If you don't have a computer, don't let that stop you. Email workforce@bitwiseindustries.com to inquire about financial or equipment support. And let's see, next question up is, are you accepting new students? Our next classes are getting started August 9th, but new cohorts are enrolling all the time. Check out our website for details. If you want to apply for a job, if I want to apply for a job, where do I go? What do I do? Great question. We're hiring always. So that's what it seems like. Again, go to our website, put in the location as Fresno, select the team you're interested in, and a list of open positions will appear below. If there's a position that matches your interest, you'll be asked to upload a resume and enter some personal information, and we'll get in touch with you. Oh, and co-work. Okay, so this next question is about co-work. Bitwise co-work will be closed through at least October 2020, and we're watching local vaccination and infection rates to determine when we can open again. We'll let you know as soon as we do, as soon as we open up. And then co-work, can I get a membership? Since co-work is not open for business and in the way it normally would be, we're not currently accepting new memberships. But again, we'll let you know as soon as we are back open again. Leasing. Is there leasing available, and is there a wait list? I'm not actually sure about our leasing and if there's a wait list available, but you can contact real estate at bitwiseindustries.com for information on openings and pricing and all that information. They'll help you out. Can you book a room for an event? Great question. Contact real estate at bitwiseindustries.com and they can help you out with that as well. What are Bitwise's next plans for their current buildings in downtown Fresno? Our next big step is getting back into these buildings. Like I said before, we're watching vaccination rates, we're watching case counts and hospitalization rates, and as soon as it's safe, we'll be returning back. Similar question, when do we plan on returning to office? It'll be soon. We'll let you know as soon as we can get there. Is Bitwise Workforce going to continue virtual classes after the pandemic ends? Yes, we've seen some great success with virtual classes during the pandemic, but we are strong believers in human connection. So we'll be taking a look at both and seeing what exactly works best for our students and what serves them the most. Next question is, how is Bitwise setting up apprenticeships and partnering with companies? We are actively working to build partnerships with government, paragovernment, and local businesses to fill the tech pipeline with trained and qualified folks right from our Central Valley. And how does this, well, there's a second part to this question. So how does this create jobs? So there's a recent study that was done about tech jobs created. For every tech job created, another 4.3 jobs are created in other local goods and service sectors. So that means that for every apprentice that goes through our programs, we'll see jobs created at local hospitals, schools, restaurants, etc. While the Digital New Deal and these programs that we've got going are grounded in technology, we believe this solution means more job opportunities in every sector. Okay, let's see. Next question is coming up. How long are the courses and how is the training different from an apprenticeship program? So our introductory courses, which we call our pre-apprenticeship courses, they're generally 6 weeks. They're in a classroom or online right now because we're all virtual with a teacher. Our apprenticeships last 12 months and are in smaller groups of 8 to 12. Apprenticeships are paid to learn and work on projects that build their portfolios alongside senior developers and other professionals. Okay, let's see. So how long does it take to go from classes to getting an apprenticeship? That's a great question, one that we've gotten before, and it's really subjective. It depends on the person. Some folks choose to take a class or two and then jump into the job search because they feel like they're equipped with the skills that they need. And some students apply to tech apprenticeships, and others might continue exploring more workforce courses. Let's see. Next question is, how long are our apprenticeship programs? Apprenticeships begin and end on a rolling basis, with most apprenticeships staying on in their apprenticeship for 6 to 12 months. And how does, let's see, how does Bitwise support individuals who've completed training and or apprenticeship program in the job market after they leave Bitwise? That's a great question. So we're setting these folks up and we're sending them through an apprenticeship. How are we helping them as they leave those apprenticeships? Along the way, they're going to make connections and stay connected with our workforce training community of staff, alumni, and future students with resources and networking opportunities. And then what happens next is really up to you, the student. All of our students are empowered to define what success looks like to them after finishing a workforce training class. And looks like we've got one last one. Is Bitwise planning to continue growing in Fresno as it expands into other states? Absolutely. The funds from our Series B raise are for expansion and growth. Speaking of growth, we're currently working on our 4th building downtown, somewhere over here. I'm very poorly oriented. I think it's this way right there. The State Center building. So that is over 100,000 square feet of office space and other uses. So we are very excited to keep growing here in Fresno and see what we can do together. Now, I think that is our last question, unless anybody else wants to sneak one in. No, I think that's it. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up for us. Thanks again for joining us. We always appreciate you guys giving up your time in the evening. If you have any questions that weren't answered, go ahead and reach out to pr@bitwiseindustries.com. Have a good night, and we'll talk to you soon.
could sell your Rari, but you can't afford my outfit. Versace on my wrist, baby, make a wish. You could sell your Rari, but you can't afford my outfit. Versace on my wrist, baby,